happy man. Headed into today's action. Yesterday was a good day in every sense of the word. Obviously, we came on a little later today because there was no early money. So we're here to run down some stuff for tonight and really get to it.
Yes, sir. We are live on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. So give us a like, give us a follow. Either way, we'd appreciate you guys all tuning in and checking into us. So yeah, let's just get right into the NBA slate. We'll give a recap of how we did so far in the show throughout the month of June once we get through tonight. Suns, Clips, no need to talk about what happened last night. We got a pick'em game with it over 215 here. Boy, oh boy, the books are telling you to just have your fun tonight, back whatever side you want. And what do we like to do in these type of pick'em games? Bet the team that you like live when you get more of a number when they're an underdog.
Exactly. Just wait for it. I am absolutely amazed by two things in this series. The Suns' inability to close out the series and Ty Lue's ability to continuously adjust to what has been thrown at him and how he's changed things up. Just a quick forecast for me in regards to this game. I think that I have no idea what to really expect. I can prognosticate to a certain extent that we're going to see something from Ty Lue that we probably haven't seen before. It's going to be some sort of drastic defensive change or something that he does. Who knows what it'll be? But I do expect some sort of change, something different. And you can't expect the Suns to keep shooting so badly, but if the other team keeps making great defensive adjustments, then it really won't matter. Right? I also think that what we've seen, just from my visual, the Clippers have made Devin Booker into a defensive liability. He can't play defense, and he's getting exploited on that end. And when you're getting worked over, you got a broken nose as well. It's not easy to keep the same energy at the other end. So I know everybody's heavy on the Clips. I don't want to come out and say, hey, listen, go with the Clippers tonight. The value's on the Clippers. If you're betting the game, the value's on the Clippers. That's a matter of fact. They've played great in every game. They've covered all but one game because they won two by double digits, and then they covered two of the three games that the Suns have won. So it's all the values on them. They've been the better team. They just haven't finished a couple of games, because if we're going by numbers, they've outscored them by about 20 points.
Well, we're doing aggregate style soccer now here. You're trying to turn the NBA into aggregate style.
I wish Sixers would be in the finals right now, but that's neither here nor there. Not that I thought about that before you said it or anything, but yeah, man. As far as this game, I'm sticking to props. I'm sticking to what's made me money throughout this NBA playoffs. Props are where the money is for me in this game, in this series. I'm going to go back to the Chris Paul well with his points. I've already told you that I expect him to close again, win or lose. Expect him to close. He did it the other night. He played well. The other guys got to come with him. Simple as that. I'm going to go with Chris Paul's points tonight. His over points tonight, I believe, is 19.5. I'm going to get the perfect exact number. It's 19.5, even money, minus 110. Lock it in. Catch me tomorrow on that one.
Damn, that's a lot of points there.
Yeah, but I mean, they need him to do it. Chris Paul has been the closer for this team. And look at the playoffs. Who closed out the Lakers? Chris Paul. Or no, Devin Booker closed out the Lakers. He closed out Denver. He's their closer. He's their guy that gets it done at the end of games, and you expect him to get it done at the end of games. So I fully expect him to do that today. As far as other props I like, I don't know what to take of Devin Booker. Because we labeled him a killer, and now he's not looking like a killer. So I don't know what to take. I don't know what to take in regards to him. I'm staying away. I'm going to go to DeAndre Ayton, and I'm going to go to his rebound prop. I think he comes out angry tonight. I think if they go small, he's going to make sure that he says something. I think his rebound prop might be a little juiced at this point, though. It's 11
and a half.
Yeah, so it's a little higher than we have necessarily seen it. But I'm not afraid of it. I think that he gets the small guys in foul trouble tonight. I think that's going to be a part of the play in regards to what we see today.
Well, that was going to be my question. With 3 of the games with Ayton, that prop has scored over, and then 2 of them it just came just underneath. Is it just because, like, what's holding him back from skying over it each night? Because he just doesn't get. He gets 19 when he gets in. Other nights he just gets 9.
The thing I don't understand. Well, he now it's you're going to pick him to get the boards because they're going small. They've made tactical changes to the way they play offense and the way they play defense, and they're rebounding as a group. Rebounding is energy and effort. 2 things that you don't see in any sort of score sheet, anything, any sort of at all. Energy and effort. He is the bigger guy, so again, he's going to be at an advantage directly just because he's bigger than all of them, right? No Zubac. He's way more athletic than Cousins. You know, Cousins actually performed amazingly the other night. I mean, he had a super efficient night. One could say
you'll never see that again,
right? But again, he's rising to the occasion. We're talking about a guy that was a fringe all-star type player whose only part of his career that's hurt him is injury. You know, before the injury, I mean, the guy was 24-12. He was money. You know, it's you're thinking of like some sort of resurgence. I mean, like Grant Hill played for a decade after he blew out his ankles. Why can't Boogie Cousins be that type of player? You know what I mean? He's finally in basketball shape. That's another thing, man. When you're coming off an Achilles and you're his size, it takes time. You know, it takes time to get back in there. It's Charlene. I'm on Cam Johnson points today. Been playing great basketball. Put the ends of the floor. Great energy. I agree. His defense he's good defensively. He's a good 3-and-D guy. Solid. Dork 8 on a rebound. You know, they did do that. But again, it's just the way the game. It's just the way it goes, man. Sometimes we get screwed on these props by one or a hook.
All right, so that's 2 so far. What else you got for us?
As far as Cam, I don't have Cam Johnson on my book. Charlene? What number did you get that at?
I got Cam Johnson on mine. Cam Johnson points is 7.5 minus 110.
Wow. Okay, he's not on mine. Okay, yeah, he is. My bad. Minus 110. Okay, yeah, I like that. 7.5 on tray balls. Yeah, 3-point shots, 3-and-D. The only issue is this with these games. These games have been so hard to anticipate what's going to happen. You know, like we have a game, two games were scored. The scores were so low that props go out the window when the game's super low.
Unless you're betting the under,
or it's a blowout, right? In the 2 games, in game 2 it was 104-103, and in game 4 neither team broke 90. So that my anticipation with a couple other props.
So last part about Cam Johnson, instead of the 7.5 at minus 110, would you do 1.5 threes at plus 124?
Now, see that I would like because he's a floor spacer and the majority of his shots are going to come from 3. So 2 threes is only 6 points. 7.5 is a little bit more, right? In regards to the boards, 11.5 is not a bad number for Ayton. Don't be afraid to put the money on Ayton getting 12 boards.
I put it on 10.5 easy and it hit that one game, but once it went up to 11.5, that's just why I stayed off, saying I knew I caught them when they were sleeping.
But my only thing is I believe that they will he will get a lot of boards tonight because he'll be more aggressive. He has to be. He understands that I'm a number 1 pick. My team needs me to perform, especially when the other team's going small. He has to dominate. You have to dominate if the guy in front of you is a little guy. You have to do that. So that would be how I would approach it personally. Other than that, I'm going to go back to Chris Paul's assist. I'm going to call it out now. Chris Paul, you're going back to where all the demons have taken place. You've blown 3-1 leads 3 times. Your assist prop tonight is 8.5. Chris Paul is going to get you 8.5 assists tonight. That is at minus 138. I love the number, and I love Chris Paul to perform well tonight, win or lose. Notice I keep saying win or lose because you're not going to catch me giving out a winner or a loser in this game because I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to hope that we get enough scoring, but I'm not giving a winner. I'm not. There's just so much insane shit going on. At this point, I'm playing the rest of this series from a future standpoint and a hedging standpoint. And I don't really want to share that with the public because the hedge and what I have in regards to that could influence somebody picking a winner. So that's why I'm staying away from it at this point. The series has gotten too far, and there's too much volatility throughout it for me to pick a winner tonight. I mean, nobody could convince me that Chris Paul was going to lose a Game 5 on his home floor to close out the Clippers without Kawhi Leonard. So it's too difficult for me. Too difficult for me to pick a winner or a loser. Chris Paul. I thought you were talking about Paul George. Paul should have cashed for just last fire 5. Yep. The issue with and also I want to go back to PG's PRA possibly because he's just been so lights out in the series, but I'm gonna stay away from it because again, too much uncertainty, man. The game. Is games.
That's where I wanted to ask you about this. One way that I thought about attacking it is PG 13 to get a triple double plus 800.
Why not sprinkle?
Because I know you love your PRA one with you've gone, but that's just more safer because it doesn't have to get a triple double. You can just get 15 boards and you cash straight. But the plus 800 number might just be catching my eye. Chris Paul's the next closest. He's sitting at plus 3,000. But
yeah,
statement game.
Triple double would be wonderful. I think he has a shot. It's worth a shot to throw a couple bucks on. But yeah, the one thing is there going to be any level of regression at all? I mean, he's played at such an amazing level in this series and elevated himself and everyone around him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man, I'm staying away from it because I don't know what to expect. This Phoenix team has been great all year. They've been good on the defensive end. They've been good on the offensive end. And then you see them struggling with things that you wouldn't think that they'd struggle with. You know what I mean? They're struggling with zones. They're struggling with ISOs. They're and it's just like I said, the volatility for me is there. I'm gonna stay away personally, and I'm gonna keep saying that. Bet props in this game. If you guys are bullish on the team, go for it. If you have futures bets, I hope you all win, no matter who you have it on. But yeah, that's all I have. That's all I have for basketball.
My last prop was I've never bet blocks before, but with them going smaller, 8 and at 1.5 over 1.5 blocks is in at plus 150. I don't know. It's just a plus money catching my eye. I'm not dabbling into that one tonight, but that just instantly caught me out, and I thought it was potentially a sucker bet. But I just wanted to I'll bounce it off you. Is that a sucker bet?
It's not a sucker bet. But and what was the number? Plus what?
150 for over 1.5 blocks.
I like it, bro. But again, like I said, there are certain instances in the game of basketball that you're just going to be advantageous at if you're taller and bigger than the guys that are trying to guard you or the ones that you are guarding. So it's a smart angle. I would do the same. I would do it. And for that type of number, yeah, cool, no question. When you're 7'1" and nobody in the starting lineup's over 6'9", yeah, it's a good bet.
That's exactly why I went there. And when I saw that large of a plus number, that's what completely turned me made me question it more than I probably should have. So I'll decide by the end of the stream if we're going to lock into that one.
Right. I do like it. But yeah, we can get into what else we got?
Let's get with the big game of the night.
Angel
Shohei.
Oh man, the android. If you guys haven't been watching Shohei Ohtani, he is a fucking alien. I don't know where they made that guy. He's a fucking freak. In a good way. I don't want people to think I'm disrespectful or mean. But yeah, he's obscenely good, bro. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And I'm a big, I'm a Barry Bonds guy. I like Mike Trout, but that motherfucker was built in a whole different type of lab or something. I don't know where he came from. I for this particular game, I do have a play. This series has been hits, runs. We've seen absolutely inconsistent pitching. I actually expect the same. I think Shohei is going to be good. I like, obviously, the Yankees strike out a lot, but it's something about last night that I saw in the Yankees last night. And it's after your GM calls you out and goes to the media and says, we suck. And you saw them respond. Mm-hmm. Now, it might have been just one game, but I'm going back to the Yankees tonight. I'm rolling with the Yanks. First five money line, or no, I'm gonna keep the first five. I'm gonna go Yankees money line -130. We'll keep it real simple. I like the Yankees to win the game. Shohei Ohtani's pitching. Once they get to the bullpen, it's over. I also like the Yankees lineup against him. I haven't really actually dove into the numbers in regards to it, but they're a strikeout hitting team, or they're a fastball hitting team. I know he throws all types of gas and is a beast, but I'm going to go with the Yankees tonight. I like them. And also, I have no faith in the Angels. If you want to waste generational talent, go play for the Angels.
Those are some sharp words there that ended off real quick.
Yeah, they're the worst organization in baseball. I mean, you have Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, and you can't even make it to the playoffs.
To be fair, what was Shohei before this year?
What?
He was hurt for 2 of the seasons, and he was contributing, but he wasn't doing anything to this level.
But if we're talking just talent, bro.
He had the talent, but he was a good hitter the one season, a good pitcher the next season. He didn't have both of them together this year, he's clicking.
He had Tommy John.
That's what I'm saying. He had an injury, too, so that's before this season. He was kind of like, we're waiting for him to break out, and then here he is, and it's unreal. Not trying to hate on him. I'm just saying before this season, it's hard to say you're wasting it when him and Trout haven't been going together.
Best ability is availability at the end of the day, right? That Bill Belichick. But it's like I said, he's a generational one of a kind, bro. Oh, my goodness. To be able to throw 100, hit home runs, run fast as shit, it's some other shit, man. Oh, man, the Edmonton Oilers. No, they're worse, actually. They're worse than Edmonton. I'll even go that far. You got Albert Pujols, who was still in his athletic prime when you got him, Mike Trout, and now Shohei Ohtani. We're talking about, just from a talent standpoint, 3 of the most talented players we've ever seen put on a uniform. And they can't even make the playoffs. It's absolutely embarrassing. The second play I have today that I'm going with, I'm going to segue straight to the next one.
Perfect.
The second play that I have for today is going back to this one, and it's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays team total over 6.5.
That bumped up a number from yesterday, correct? Because we cashed that yesterday because you gave that out.
If you can get it 5.5, cool. Seattle stinks on the road. Sheffield sucks. I don't really need to say much more. If I'm wrong, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But the Toronto lineup's clicking. They have arguably the best player in the league outside of probably Ohtani, because Ohtani can throw 1,000 as well. I like them as a team. I like them offensively as a team. Notice I don't, unless they're playing Baltimore, I don't really pick them to win. I don't really go, but they're going to score. They're one of the most explosive offenses in all of baseball. We know that. They have Vlad. They got Gurriel, Springer. They got an awesome not Gurriel. They have an awesome young core out there in Toronto. They got to get the arms, and they got to get Rich Hill the fuck out of here, because he can't throw without the sticky stuff. And I have one player prop that I love tonight. It's at plus 250.
Supposedly the weather could be bad, according to Cam.
In which game?
Your Toronto game. I don't know. He just put weather is going to be terrible, which is keeping him off the Toronto play.
Well, no, I think that actually would help anyway, man. Like if they can play, if they can get the game in, Toronto will smoke them. I think I think Toronto will just I think they're going to put up runs. And with having Matz on the mound, they perform well with him on the mound offensively. They hit for him. The play that I have today for plus 250 is Cedric Mullins
Who?
Cedric Mullins, who hopefully can get the fuck out of Baltimore because he might be labeled a generational talent as well. He's really, really fucking good. Cedric Mullins to record 2+ hits. That is at plus 250 on my book. If you can get it on yours, Cedric Mullins, 2 hits against Garcia in Houston. That should cash by the 4th inning. And those are the 3 really, really solid ones that I have for me that I'm going with for today. I am also going to possibly bet the Oakland Athletics tonight run line plus 105. I'm leaning heavy towards that side. Bassett at home. I like the matchup. They're extremely heavily favored on the money line. Also, quick note for anybody that's been betting the last 5 days, the Houston Astros have lost 3 games in the last 4 in which they were favored by minus 270 or higher. So buyer beware with what's going on with them. They went on a win streak. If you were making money on their win streak, don't give it all back. Please. Stop betting them to win. If you're going to bet on them, don't. That's for me. Stay away from them right now.
All right.
That's what that's all I have. What's up? What's next?
So one game, I don't have the current score open, but Lester was on the mound today. I thought about fading him. I never ended up locking and cashing it because Toronto, I think Rasmussen or someone's making his first career start. So wasn't dabbling in that. But you know where I'm going with this question. Do we fade? Bro, you can get the fish at plus 200 today. The Phillies tried to lose last night. You saw that. They're up 4-0 in the top of the 8th and it ended 4-3. They're just lucky that they had one more.
Can we replay yesterday's episode?
You said they weren't going to do it, but they tried. They literally gave up 3 runs after they take out their starter. It happens every time with this Philly side. That bullpen implodes. It's a Nola day. I think he's going up against a AAA pitcher because I never heard of this guy pitching. So that's where at plus 200, I'm not locking in on the Marlins. So I'm going to be kicking myself later when that cashes. Yeah, Holloway. Haven't heard of the guy, so I'm not going to put my money on him. But it just seems like Aaron Nola. He'll come out, probably get the only hits for the Phillies, probably score the only run, and then Hector Neris will come in and blow it up like he always does.
That's funny because it's possible. It's quite possible.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
A typical DeGrom outing, essentially, but it's just Aaron Nola.
It's something about, just something that's just been unimpressive about the fish, bro, that I just can't get behind. I can't get behind them. I can't. There's something about them I can't get behind, bro. Straight up. I don't know how else to put it, man. I just can't get behind what they're doing.
So he's asking, Jacob saying, would you lay the Phillies minus 1.5 then?
At what number? It depends on the price. What's the price?
No idea.
What's the price? The Phillies run line at home? It's at even money. No, I would not do that. Minus 110 is not worth it. No. Not with that bullpen.
No.
Absolutely not. No, Jacob, stay away. Stay away, my boy. Don't do that.
We got some time left up I can keep asking Sosa some questions, but if you guys have any plays, have it be NBA, MLB, if you guys want to throw them in the chat real quickly, hit us up.
Make us some money today. What you like? Yeah, Jacob, no. Nah.
Give us the winners. It's Harvey Day.
Oh, yes, it is Harvey Day. Who are they playing?
The Astros, man.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And Garcia's pitching, who's been fire this season.
I literally just said that the Astros are bullshitting. But we're going to go to that game. Listen, I'm about to place the bet right now for my camera. Listen. Over 5.5 runs, Astros. I mean, they can't lose again tonight. Like, if they lose again tonight, then they've been instructed to lose.
Bro, the past 7, they're 3-4, but they're averaging 5.7 runs a game. So you're getting it right at the numbers and you're getting Harvey there. What price are you getting the 5.5 at?
-118.
I'm locking that in with you as well. Let me just see what I'm getting it at, but that's too good to be true.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're 28 and 17 straight up against righties. The over-under for the season is 27 and 18 for the Astros when facing a righty on the mound. Throwing Harvey into the mix. There we go. I got my play for the day today. Thank God I remembered it was Harvey Day. It's something that always clicks in my mind. Don't forget.
I'm going to give a bonus pick of the day. I'm going to give a bonus pick right now. The bonus pick is a player prop. Major League Baseball. Let me get the game for you right now. Pull up this. Who's he starting for? Okay, we're gonna go. Kevin Allard.
Who?
Colby Allard. Colby.
Oh, I know him.
His strikeout prop is at over 4.5. We're gonna go under 4.5.
Let me guess why.
116. Why?
Is he a spinner?
He's a spinner. That's the guy that you want to bet that he won't get. Lucas Giolito, his strikeout prop last night was at 7.5. You know what he ended with? 2. He can't spin it. The ball's not sticky anymore. And we're about to see a huge drop-off. Your boy, AJ.
God. Got to get him out of here.
It's funny as shit. But yeah, that's my last play. Under 4.5 strikeouts. Colby Allard, -116. Under 4.5 strikeouts, -116. Lock that one in.
So I'll stick with 2. I'll decide because it's the end of June. Let's cap it off on a good month. We'll go with I got -115 for the Astros over, and then I'm going to do the Aiton over 1.5 blocks at +150.
I like that.
All right, well, any last-minute questions, throw them in here while I promote our Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube page. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. If you're cashing money with us, hey, if you win a ticket, tweet it at me and Sosa. We'll retweet that. Show it up on the show, shout you out. Always hit the winners in the chat.
Push the button.
Yeah, you know what's the funniest shit is when I go to sometimes enter my wager amount on my book, it pre-populates my cell phone number, which I'm just like, God, please don't ever let that go through.
That would be hilarious.
Well, until tomorrow, we'll be back at you probably right around this time again. When there's no soccer on, we'll go later on in the afternoon, closer to the winners. Talk to you tomorrow.
Y'all have a good one. Hey.